Hello, my country people them. Sorry, say I be a few minutes late, about 5 or 6 minutes late for this live broadcast today. Now because I be get one or two things them where I did do in the background. So as when I join my countryman, when I match fire for this share we don't already get 3 people that did live already. Leave them in the next few minutes. I know say a lot of people they will join. Once again, on if you see the topic of discussion on the screen today now about our sensitization and blacklegism, it continue with mash fire. So I want to apologize, say we'll be a few minutes late. Now because of one small thing where when I countryman be get to do for prepare myself for come live for when my country people them. Yes. So we don't already get people there. We'll get Amanda Cooper say Igwe, good evening. I see you. As you arrive, make sure say you leave your comment. Tell we where you they watch from. Today na Monday, the 21st of June 2021. When our countryman it don't come live again for Tori with my country people them. When I mash fire for the share as when I join, when I mash fire for the share my country people them. When I mash fire, yes. We'll get a very interesting presentation. Manga Bell don't join me, but it is mash fire for background for the share, which is fantastic. Mash fire for the share when I share for WhatsApp, for YouTube, for Twitter, everywhere you go. MKPD is live on Facebook. That's what we did one. We'll get very interesting conversation too. We'll also get Ngwa Carlson. It says share as you join Ngwa Carlson. Your leg is very black. Actually today, Ngwa Carlson, I get a screenshot as part of my presentation today for deliver them to Una, where it come out from Ngwa Carlson and Ngwa Carlson, a account we post them earlier today, and a confirmed code say Ngwa Carlson elect it be very black. My contribute them when I mash fire as when they join na mash fire for the share MKPD it did live. My give Una the next few minutes for share, and then we'll continue with the presentation where una countryman it bring up for una. We'll give una some latest news, and happenings in Amber World and Cameroon. We'll tell una about what will go on with the situation for Ndian with the kidnapping of the divisional delegates, and then I will also introduce to una Okanasri Clovis. They get some special message where one deliver them to the elites of the community Indian and the Anglophone elites as a general, as a whole. And then we'll also talk about the indictment for the United States. We'll get those Amber should know why blast them, they don't indict them for the United States. Mangang and the rest. I get for update una about one or two things and for give una some information about which way they go on regarding that one my country people them. So when I mash fire for the Sheram as when I join, when I mash fire for the Sheram, yes, my country people who don't come live. That's what we do them, yes. Me and you, we wear to match. I take you to church, forget the Illuminati. If you like karate, I teach you mathematics. Monica, lover. Sweetie, baby, your love, the sweetie me. Black legs, lover. You go wake up for new Bugatti. Black legs, lover. Anything for you till infinity. Oh, I. Simon Icoli, he don't join we. Black legs pass Amber. He say hello Igwe. We'll get Jerusalem. He there for here. He say they watch live. We'll get Tam Sang Gildas Tadida, King of Kings. That's what we talk, but Tam Sang Gildas Tadida. The only thing I will tell you now say you need forget a simpler name for Facebook, and I mean name way human being if you pronounce them. Okay, my contributor them. So yes, when I give my countryman 1 second, we will line up the presentation for una, and then we will start. I think say we don't give una enough time for share. I don't give una enough time. Hopefully it be enough. When I don't share, it don't go far and wide. No be so my country people them. Now we'll get to March Fire. So as I be talk today, the 21st of June 2021, when on Monday, time now for Cameroon, now just about 11 minutes past 6. And we did live now on the other Facebook page when I Cameroonianness, the other one will be there live today yesterday. Now a better Cameroon. So when I make sure say when I also like and subscribe to this particular page as well. We also get so where to talk black legs on need for assemble, and also any person where a want for contribute for this live broadcast today. I will turn my phone on. I turn them loud. Now in that the phone will be loud. So any person we want call the number now in that on the screens for now. Put them up again. Now the mobile number that the WhatsApp number that for any person where you want contribute for this live broadcast today. The mobile number now +44 749 519 8739. Make some person a type and send them in the comment section so that we will pin them up for any person where it come late or it come later on. You want for contribute, and also my number that if you want for enter into MKPD WhatsApp groups, because we get dozens of WhatsApp groups, and we'd also broadcast for WhatsApp, not only for Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, we'd also broadcast for WhatsApp. So if you want to join any of the WhatsApp groups, then copy my number down, drop me a message, but please not drop me one word message, because you just bore me and you waste my time. Drop me at least one sentence. Talk say, hello Igwe, please add me into your WhatsApp group. Now all that I need for know, I will send you a link. You touch the link and all that. Thank you. Anita Splash, you don't copy the number, send them. Lokito, to don't send them. We'll get also just in case, because just in case you be being at the first person for copy the number, send them. I go pin your comment. So I don't pin just in case you comment, but just in case I go move your comment, because you know put +44, you only put now 44. So I go pin now instead Anita Splash your own, because now you be the second person for leave the comment. So Anita Splash, your comment will be pinned. So the number now +44 749 519 8739. Any person we want call, feel free for call. Countryman, it will answer your call, and we will discuss today on Monday, the 21st of June 2021. It there on our screens, and when a countryman come for March Fire for do some small Blacklegism. So yes, thank you all the people the way they don't copy the number they send them as we don't ask. So now then that, when I give me 1 second, I want to do something slightly, I want to increase the font size for this device. Now all that I need to do, now with the font size, it don't be large enough for now for FCM. So that is it. When I see the telephone number, when I see when I own comments. So every now and again, I will put the comments up on the screen. So when I see when I own comments as well, we don't really reach 3 digits for this live broadcast today. When I March Fire for the share my country people, I love all una. Yes. So we'll go straight into the presentation, my country people. Then make a get out of that. We'll get into WhatsApp and we'll scroll all the way up to today. Now today that. So now today that, and when I listen to this audio, I think I will play this audio. I not go play them all the way. I don't. When I give me 1 second, I'll play the audio. I'll play the audio for now. Just bear with me. I did retrieve now the stylus for this device. Now bear with me, my contributor. Just bear with me 1 second.
Hello, fellow Ambazonians. So now good title for person where you know the supportive for nothing. President Sakoro already give title. You be who for can't give title. Our contribution, you know they contribute. Anything what they do, when I know they do on our own for only for thief. So the thief where you start for small picking for thief. You thief certain thief for one way they fight to with the thief. I'm actually no fit give up.
Give up.
It is that so you go make and make a key up your Amazon, you go can't rule na grass. You can't rule na waiting. Pay the fight, you can't rule. You can't rule na waiting.
Grass.
I beg. I did just beg Amazonian people that make all my shiny eyes. Yeah. Feel my shall no pity. They don't begin time you now for give money, make you follow them. As you follow them, you don't die.
Now so.
That money when they want give you, I beg you, FEMA shall no pity, no try. No try. Because any place where they see and say, if you fight well for we, they will find way for put it down. You see, they don't try FEMA shall for the BLM. Then try. They don't get see because you use the brain. If you don't die since. Then they congratulate you for good way. Make I tell you. Wait when they fight and say, they draw you near, then they kill you. Because they want the Republic for win the war. No, now we, Amazonian people, they don't want we for free. I beg any place where FEMA shall not pity day. Make you hear my voice. Now Mama G they talk.
Now Mama G.
Be very, very, very careful with the Ayabacho and the gang. With ADF, because they plan now for killing you. Because they don't want anybody. We go raise the head up. Say it the free Amazonian people. No, they don't want that. You don't see how they don't plan FEMA for the BLM several times. They don't get it. Because you use a brain. No give yourself for Ayabacho and they gang them. They will kill you now so. Even if they give you now 1 million, no, now money with the spoiler. My brother.
The spoiler.
My brother chop cold money when a small money, no go chop million. We go die. If they send you money, tell them say no. Ask we, make we contribute money, give you.
When I don't hear no. So Mama G, it then for the faction for IG. Now, what will happen? I say, now what I always tell when I say everything we Amber do it always backfire on them. Even plus the no pity, which we don't do in the past few days them. Yeah, unbeatable Nalova is say Igwe, sorry I come late. That's fine. Just match fire, make sure say they share them. Yes. So what we no pity don't do for Bamalang in the past few days them as the embassy no blast on the post them for Facebook. It don't cause infighting amongst them. Serious infighting. So now ADF it claim it claim no pity. Sarkozy come inside the claim no pity. And no pity don't come out and make an audio talk say Sarkozy 1 franc never ever enter for a pocket. Say all this thing where they call and say war draft. No war draft never ever enter for a pocket. And they don't even produce videos them before. Time to be killed, we'll go for Bambalang, we'll go kill that other one they will kill. And last time, so when I remember where even that other guy we named them Bat Ransom or something like that, it be now one of the she know why blast they will send for Maryland. So now they get serious infighting in-house. For saying now who no pity a day under. So black legs them, my country people them will not take advantage of this infighting, will not drive even bigger wedge between them. The people they dull and they fight over everything and anything. So now you wanna advantage this. Every black leg pick one side. I don't care whether you want being for Yabacho side, that's fine. You want being for IG side, that's fine. When I go for Facebook, pretend for be Yabacho, cosh IG. Pretend for be IG, cosh Yabacho. When I cause confusion amongst them, constantly make the fool that knock their heads and fight amongst themselves. That is a strategy to win. It's also a psychological warfare. Maybe not only guns and bullets, my country people. I can't give you strategies. Yes, that is just part of Blacklegism. So this number we wanna see on the screens right now. So this UK number, now UK scammers. Now people in that way, they call people them for try to scam them, just like what will happen for Cameroon way. Ordinary any embassy no why blast if you pick your phone, it call you, it talks it be general this, general that. And I go come to that. If needs be, if we get time today for this live broadcast, I go call that number and I go show una, I go tell una how scammers they operate. Even right in the UK here, scammers they not only they now for Cameroon, it not be limited to Cameroon only. I know so many of una go think say, oh, that kind of thing didn't happen for one man country. You are 100% wrong. Just like how Amber Boy we there for prison for new bail. If they pick a phone, call you, talk say I be general this, general that. They ask you money or they ask your Reme money. Now exactly the same thing where they happen for UK, for India, for China, for Nigeria on a worse go pass. So now the reality that thank you plenty my country people. I want to appreciate contractor black legs. Your legs are very black. We get Shina Rambo. Therefore I love it. Yes, Shina Rambo talks the Igwe black legs demand for air strikes now. They say confirm. Yes, thank you. We demand airstrikes. That's true. But I don't tell when I say the president of the Republic of Cameroon, now Pope. So I don't know me. No one killed the Pekin them. So until the Pekin they write invitation letters and for them say they want to play American lottery for go for Maryland. That's it. But no pity don't apply. We still wait for your results. We also get Opopo. what's the other guy named 10 Kobo for Ndian. It don't apply for American lottery. Say one go Maryland. So we dey process the applications now. Any day now, we now go see whether their lottery go come out or not. And when the lottery come out, we'll give them one-way ticket to Maryland. Yes. So yes, Jack Burton talks scammers the day everywhere. That is true. So maybe when I not think say scamming it be isolated to Cameroon only. If times permit, I go call that number and we will talk to the person, whoever it is on the end of the line, and we go see how scamming it work, even in the UK context. I contribute them. So I put that to side, and then I might go now for update. Una, I get some good news where it come for this live broadcast. Might just scroll up. So now when I feel read what we did on our screens, now continue say what you say. Mangang and my trip to prison. So we don't go from my trip to Boya to my trip to Maryland to my trip to prison. So MTTB. MTTM, MTTP, the plenty, MTT is the plenty. So now, at least, now understand, say at least 3 cases that go on right now when federal cases, them when felony charges, them where you get Mangang Edith, you get Tamufos and Michael and Walters Muma, where they be indicted by the U.S. Department of Justice for various crimes against the United States. Okay, so when I understand that conspiracy charges, them they carry a maximum possible sentence of up to 5 years imprisonment. That is the maximum. Okay, according to the law firm where they call and say Wallen and Claridge. Okay, a maximum of 5-year prison sentence for a conspiracy charge, a federal crime. Okay, as well as they fine you up to $250 million US, which is about 125 million francs. Okay, so unlawful export or exportation or export of defense articles carries a maximum sentence of up to 20 years in prison and a fine of about 1 million francs CFA. $1 million US, which is about 500 million francs. Okay, so that one, different law companies as well, they confirm and for we the talks today. So they get 2 charges them for Mangang and Walters Muma. They charge them with conspiracy, and they charge them with also peddling firearms to Nigeria. Okay, so this second charge, it carries a maximum sentence of 20 years. The first charge, it carries a maximum sentence of 5 years. So if they find you guilty, then they could charge you up to 5 years imprisonment for that first charge, but not more than that. I hope that one will be clear. No need for explain. So now I might continue for explain because it comes. So now Mangang picture that for people the way they don't know. Now one of the embassy Nobel Blast in Kunyam that way they don't indict you for America. If I read the information where they on our screens, as I don't already talk, now Mangang that. So now wait we also need for understand and so what to say. Under the United States federal system, yeah, there is no parole or parole with the Department of Justice. Where it means say Mangang and any other person, if they find it guilty, and I mean say when they find it guilty, it could spend exactly the number of years in jail when they find it guilty. So when judge is sentenced, you say you go for jail for 4 years imprisonment, you could spend exactly 4 years. They don't get in that thing way, they go move you on good behavior after half or 75% done. So that you could serve, if they sentence you to 10, you could do 10. End of discussion. So they also talk, so all of them, one on a Mangang, on a Tamufos and Michael, on the other one, Walters Muma, their only option now for enter in a plea bargain for save their own skin. So, and also, the only way with the Department of Justice, if he accept a plea bargain from these people, them now if they collaborate and they sell information against their other co-conspirators, them. In fact, they need for sell them a bigger fish, a very big fish. So Mangang need for come up with the goods in order for convince the Department for Justice for reduce the prison sentence, because the DOJ could tell you, say, listen, Mangang or Walters or the other one, Tamufo, they could tell you, say, listen, you face a maximum prison sentence of 20 years. We go recommend to the judge, say, make it give you 15 years in prison. Okay, now, you get 15 years in prison. How are you going to distribute it? How many you want serve and how many you want give other people them? Because whether you like them or not, we want 15 years in prison. So Mangang will talk, say, okay, I beg, give 5 years to Sako, give the other 5 years to Chris Anu, and then maybe 1 or 2 years for Ayabachu, for Eric Tato and Tapang, and then give me 3 years. Now so they make deal. Okay, Mangang, it would definitely talk, say, okay, I get 15 years for serving for prison. I want to distribute them this way, and then now so it could distribute the prison sentence system like that to the other co-conspirators then, because now they may join for commit the crime, partners in crime. So they also share in the profits for the crime. That's what it happen when I go for bush, when I go harvest, when I come back, when I share the fruits of my labor. So now what that will go happen. And now I be very confident say this. So it's not just a matter of if Mangang plead guilty, it's a matter of when Mangang plead guilty. Because as I don't explain that for now before, okay, so a person they call. When I give me 1 second, it is still connect. It says the call is connecting. It is call now from ground zero. Okay, I think the call is on. It's still connecting. So I go drop the call because hello, my countryman, you there live? Hello, sorry, my countryman. The line it not be very clear. So my country people, if any person want call, I beg make sure say you there in a very good place we get very good reception so that we will get a good and decent discussion, so that it no go happen like what will just happen now. So as we talk, it's not a matter of if Mangang plead guilty, it's a matter of when Mangang plead guilty. That one now my assessment. Where I give my contributor is a matter of when he plead guilty, and Ego must sell information. Ego must tell the U.S. Department for Justice exactly who he be work with. Ego release their communications. Them. Ego release their method of operate the MO. Okay, it will tell them how they register, which organization they register them, how they do fundraising, the bank accounts where they use them, where they use the money for. It will give them WhatsApp transcripts, and if Mangang it be smart, it will start keep all that information. It will document everything from now for go buy his skin, for go buy himself. Because first of all, as we don't really tell una, Amber is no get friend, so una match fire for the share my contribute them. So I just appreciate 1 or 2 people that will get wise man bill. It say yes, they are partners in crime. We'll get God peaceful. It say Amber say Mangang it be done expire. Abakwa Alhaldro. It say please send Air Force fund up. No worry, my contribute them. We will send them. And then we'll get Ngwa Carlson. It's a Mangang going to prison at the age of 71 years old for go spend about 10 years. By the time one come out. Well, I know one use foul language for this live broadcast today because one of my Remy is the watch him. So I'll just leave them there. We also get a Bayet Desi. It's a countryman. He get bad sense. Well, some might just comment on which way this commenter is talking for here. Some person he tell me earlier today as well, say countryman, how you know, how you get sense. So it is not just a matter of an individual. I don't always tell when I say country people, it not been a one person, it's a collective. So every success where we get them, not been a countryman is success, he won. Now all win our collective effort, it achieve the success is the way we get them, because you been a foot soldier where you share, you carry the message, go share and distribute them for other people them, so that mean they understand what we go on. Sensitization, it be fantastic and it be very relevant for what we do. We need for sensitize people them, and I will explain them for now why. Simple. Because the radicalization, where Amber, they radicalize some of our poorly educated brothers and for carry guns, go for bush, for become expendable, for waste their own lives them for nothing. They be used na Facebook, they be used na propaganda machine on Facebook for do all these things them. And we too, we be ordinary people them. We not get a government behind we not get fundraising. We organize ourselves as random, anonymous individuals them. We assemble ourselves on Facebook for fight them. And when I see the results, we are winning fatly. We don't win so much to the extent where Amber is the confirmed code. Say it is so country people they win. Because when they turn left, they turn right, they see not only country people, they see now Blacklegism on social media everywhere. Their own Facebook accounts, and we don't delete them. From Mark Barretta, Tapang, Ayabacho, Sako, IG page, the ABC Alphabet TV page, or whatever, Rebel TV will delete them. National Telegraph will delete them. Even this other one, will go delete them sooner or later. And the rest will achieve so much success. And even for this live broadcast today, I will show now some small kind of successes the way we don't achieve. And maybe I digress more because a day in the mood for talk about that particular one. I'm show now which way they on our screens right now. I hope someone will see them. Okay, when I look at this screenshot. Now, today at 08:07 a.m. Now, today, where Facebook is sent me this message, because I will go for Prince J. Carr Facebook account on our page or whatever. I take I copied the link for some of the posts the way they make them, where it be gruesome. It post pictures of the Cameroon military where they kill them for Bama Lang from Dop or now for I don't forget exactly how the incident it be happened. Okay, it post those gruesome images, and so now know what we countryman do. I copy the link, I send them to our Black Legs group for Facebook, for WhatsApp, I mean, and I tell them, say, go and report this post. Made a delete them off of Facebook. I report them. Say, made a delete them. And then just about 5 or 6 other Black Legs, they go for day, they go report them. Okay, we gang up, we report. The first report I make on Facebook can't tell me, say this, so, or no, there is nothing wrong with that, this thing. Maybe when I understand, say, Facebook, it get now machines, it get now, which way would they call them, say, artificial intelligence, okay? They get now bots, robots, where they first do the investigation for see if the image or the video it be gruesome, it not supposed to be for Facebook. They get artificial intelligence, some coding. Now Bamali, yes, thank you so much for Amber frustration. They don't tell me saying that for Bamali. So what will be happen for Bamali? Prince J.K. account will be post time. So what way countryman do not say, we mobilize ourselves. I tell the Black Legs and say, when I go for Facebook, when I go report this post, they go bring them down and they go warn you, and 2-3 times they go block your account. And that's exactly what that way Black Legs go do. And all the people the way they report the post, they feel confirmed for now say now the message is where they get them today. The Facebook talk say we removed the video you reported. The video you reported was reviewed. So when the first time I report me one, Facebook come back and talk say it say no, there's nothing wrong with that because now they are robots. They be first go investigate them and they don't see nothing wrong. But that way 5, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 people, they report exactly the same page, exactly the same post, video, for exactly the same reason. What did Facebook do? They send a human being for actually go check on that video for see if it actually supposed to be for Facebook. And when a human being actually go check them, what did they do? They delete them, they bring them down from Facebook, and then they send a warning, and maybe they go ban your account before now I know. They wipe them off of Facebook. So now, that way we Black Legs then will achieve them. So this one now just one small success, one small thing for 2016, 2017, and the better part of 2018. We not be get none of this presence for Facebook. They be get a monopoly on Facebook. They be do whatever they want to do for Facebook. So now this way, we don't assemble ourselves now on Facebook and we achieve them. And Amber should know why blast the way they did for you. They go mush on for you. They will continue for watch them. And because they don't raise enough attention, so the Amber they don't join we need from them give them belly bite. Now listen.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa. We the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror. And your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
Thank you plenty my contributor. And also, before we go play our Cameroon national anthem, and then we'll continue the live broadcast, I want to for pay attention to this video, especially the Amber sheet know why blast the way they hear they watch. Now listen.
Lesson number 1, my contributor, Dr. Weti. Listen, whether or not you accept, my contributor is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So we got to be technical to what he do. So Ambazonians will thank my country people for this wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
Yes. Make we go ahead, my country people then. Any person where a one call countryman for contribute for this live broadcast today, make it take the number down. The number now in this for you. +44 749 519 8739. When I call when I countryman, I go answer your call and we'll talk. Any Amber sheet know why last way one come live, send invitation. I go accept you. You show your face to the world. You come live. Can't challenge me for this live broadcast or call me for WhatsApp. Anything where you want for do when I countryman, I go answer the live call. My contributor them. When I match fire for the share them, all them the day for here, they not ignore countryman. Yeah, so now wait that way it be. Now we'll go play our Cameroonianness, my contributor them, and then we'll continue with our live broadcast. Since Amber they don't join we'll give them small belly bite. Yes. Thank you plenty, my country people them. As I be talk today, now number 21 day for June 2021. My country people them. We don't come today for extend greetings for all the black legs where they join we and for talk say make una match fire for the sharam una countryman in the camp. Today I don't really play una that video. I don't talk about mangang. We talk about what way it happened. Some of the fantastic news where it come out from ground zero yesterday as una fit see am on una screens right now. For una way una sabi read, una fit read them for una selves. No say some amber sheet no white blast day for here, and those people they overdull, they no get one eye sense, they no fit read. So una countryman it go help them, it read them for them, make they understand. So we'll read them slowly. If needs be, I translate them for pidgin so that make amber they understand. So last night, when at the 20th of June 2021, for a place where they call them say a tam, we compromise 6 amber sheet no white blast. Right, I think 7, yes. So we compromise the so-called General Menti and also 5 or 6 of your own other so-called fighters them. We compromise them all. And when I go for Facebook, when I go see the pictures them. So as I be tell una, say this Facebook account where they here right now in the watch, Ngwa Carlson, your leg is very black. So Ngwa Carlson, it been at the first people the way it break the news on Facebook. And even before me, I go for my WhatsApp, go see where the news day for day. Ngwa Carlson be break them. So I take a screenshot of where to be post them for Facebook. Say I will use them for this live broadcast. So if when I go from Ngwa Carlson, the Facebook account, when I go see the update, we post them earlier today, just about a couple of hours or about 4 or 5 hours ago. We post them, a post plus pictures them. And for when I day on country people, Facebook, WhatsApp broadcasts. We don't broadcast the pictures them. The pictures they be bloody for obvious reasons. The picture them now pictures of compromisation and compromisation. No mean a thing where we broadcast them for our Facebook pages them, but we post them for our website www.countrypeople.com. And so any person who wants to see those kind of pictures, you go for our website. Sometimes when I get opportunity, I get time, I'd post them. If I don't get time, I leave them the way it be. Thank you now. Eric UK, don't join we. Our optimism too. We'll get Sunshine Amber. Sunshine Amber. Make sure say you match fire for the share them. Once again, my country people, then my number now +44 749 519 8739. Now the number that for any person with one call, feel free call. We'll tory with you now. Now so we did one. Yes. So for move on, my country people, thank you, my countryman, for this breaking news where you give you yesterday. Now sweet news that now, as I be tell you now about scamming. Now wait this way, amber sheet, no white blast that they do. Now wait this way, the big professionals are doing. So on our screens right now, on our feed see 3-minute 10-second audio where I go play them shortly for now. So and when I see the caption where it come with the audio, it talks say amber sheet, no white blast. It called Beltus at her song. Listen and laugh. So I will play the audio for now. When I just listen and the only thing we wanna do now when I laugh. But why we wanna laugh, I wanna get fun, I wanna enjoy ourselves. When I not forget for type in the comment section say, countryman, I am watching from Maryland with Sakoi Come a woman with Irene Gua, or wherever you are watching from Baribo, or you're watching from Cambe, or wherever you are watching from, just send a message to your countryman. But not also forget for send me some love, give us some hearts, like. But most importantly, we need your shares. At the end of this live broadcast, where I intend for make I may no past 90 minutes, I hope forget at least, at the very least, 1,000 live shares my country people them. And then the people they can watch later with our own quota, now at the very least, 400 shares. So when I match fire my country people, now listen.
Hello. Bonjour. C'est qui? C'est commandant le président à Bambala.
On a fait hier, hein?
Hello? Oui. J'ai dit, which commandant? Commandant pour brigade pour Bambala. Which brigade pour Bambala? Avec le temps. After I prepare. Yes. He take me make play. He look me like I was smoke for them and I try for playing for them. What's the difference? You don't mix the kind of people when you talk that nonsense for them. They need to use man like me too. Yeah, no. Shut up. Go for WhatsApp, you will see my face. Go check my number for WhatsApp, you will see my face. You know that that kind of person, you use small shit, no white blood, fish love for bullshit. You just try to talk for me, so. You create a shut up. Stand by that. Sit on TV, you threaten man. Shut up. Now you want to tell you the way you want to talk for me, you talk, you know, I'll be better to so DDR. If you want to save your life, you call me, I will help you, you come on. If not, you remember that this is not I will wipe you. If not, you should not forget, your own day becomes more time. If you doubt me, after where I did, after where I will be and the rest them. Whether I will be. Even for Maryland with Satan with them. You don't enter plane go. Like how much more time you go enter. You see that civilian the room that they kill him with that gendarme the room now shoot and so no. Yes. But if you get hit, you surrender before time because your die go bad. Now here they tell you, your die go bad. I mean, don't be man that used to take part. You don't mind that nonsense. You mean the whole smooth bang and drink some of the day for your back, they talk so. Save your life before you do it, to be fair. If you don't have the life, you tell me you will talk. If you don't like you continue, she don't bother the drink that your tramadol. Tell me the person will confirm her. Yeah, talk my ear. You want to wait it. You want to know how many people are doing it. Wait, who made you king? But different. But I can't see it. I can check the man that used to be the reason small big man. You two you call yourself say king small boy like who made you king? Why somebody want to be king? Mama, I be a little bit busy. Tell me you remember say you want to come up with you call me, I go love you, bye-bye.
So my country them when I don't hear now what did I don't tell una. Belchus, a talky thing, he asks the shit no white last say, who make you king? It tell you exactly the way I don't always tell when I say, now so you suppose for talk to Amber shit no white blast them. That is how you talk to Amber. Gone are those days where when I talk say, oh, now our brothers, you try for talk sense to them or whatever, or you enter inside any debate with Amber. No. We know the debate with them. We know the play tabala with them. You see Amber, you shoot and kill and you pass, begin go you. Now so, and we get to radicalize ourselves and our people them the same way we Amber they radicalize their shit, no white blast them, send them after we get to radicalize ourselves to the level where we need for be prepared for break eggs as well. All man, a one for chop omelette. So when I don't listen to that conversation, I hope say it be sweet when I go past. Now exactly so, any person, any random shit, no white blast call you start talk any nonsense. Now so you're supposed to respond to them. Now so, my confidence. So, for move on, I get some news for una. So una see this guy where he there on una screens right now. So your real name na Lambert Assam Lambert. When a man you man, ABB na Amber shit no white blast terrorist. Yes, terrorist. Now see Opa like that. So now this kind of people when they kill and try for some betting corner, una can't begin talk say innocent civilian or whatever nonsense way me for like for right time. Yes, now in that una see face final na man you man. So the good news where I bring up for Nanasabeti, they don't arrest the shit no white blast for Ecom for Nigeria. They arrested a couple of days yesterday. So it then now so in Nigerian custody, it chop Nigerian kumkum. Now the information that is there on una screens for people the way they fit see I'm gonna read them for ourselves. Amber so-called General Lambert of Manu. They arrested for Nigeria a couple of days ago. So they also talk say if they play with gunpowder. Where it want transport gunpowder into Cameroon. This one it be been now for 2020 June, just about a year ago. Now, what is that way the gunpowder do for you? I don't want to keep that picture on the screen too long. So it burned about half of the whole torso, but I sure say it recovered from the burn. So now just one of the sufferings in this way. Amber boys they suffer, master my contribute them. Life as an Amber she no white blast is no easy. The people that is suffer. Now the truth that, but most of them, they don't ever come out of that suffering because of it. One, like how some people they talk. When we do them sunshine, like how this guy he faced there out. So how you could do manage ever come back for community? Amber, no hate anything rich how they hate sunshine. Because the atrocities where they commit them, they no ever want make their face go out with that atrocity. Because they no say, even if they give them that so-called independence, imagine say you cut man a head and they see your face for the way you cut man a head and then you hold the human being in head with them, with your hand for the. Even if peace it can't return tomorrow, they go must try you for that crime. They go must try you. Yes, you go must go prison. Your life no go ever better. So better me you just die for the whole nonsense. Now, one of the reasons is where the majority of them no go ever come out for that thing. So people are like this, don't waste your time. Say you want for convincing, make it drop your gun. No amount of money, no day on earth where you could give this kind of person like Ayeke, person like Oliver Lekeaka, like so-called Shinarambo, so-called No PT, person like the other one for like Ten Kobo, like Ayeke, like Ikeku. Oh, this kind of people they were call and so. The other one for Batibo, big number Efang, and so-called Commando. No amount of money, no day on the surface of this earth where you will give them for come out for bush and they come out. In no day, they just in no day. The only solution for those ones them now for wipe them, throw them, and then you move on. See, even newspaper they write them. See where they write them at the very top there. Armed conflict in Northwest and Southwest. In their own opinion, the talk say have no mercy for so-called general no pity. No, go after ye, and when you meet up ye, you wipe ye in the most horrible way through him. Even for newspaper headlines now for Cameroon, which they write them, have no mercy. Go after him. We beg the Cameroon state authorities, say, wait, we na mash fire, we na pound enough kumkum. If we na no know how to pound kumkum, or we na no get enough kumkum. In fact, Blacklegs they get the whole of Kendem village for Manu. Na Mia get them, na kumkum master get them, and for the whole of Kendem, who's how Eric Tato come out, na cassava farm, and for all of that cassava farm, we'll get enough cassava for pound enough kumkum for give every single ambashi no white blast on this planet. Yes, so when I carry enough kumkum, even if na kumkum way come on from who's how Eric Tato come out, I don't just call na so Kendem from Kendem village, when I carry them, when I go for Bui, when I go for Bamalang. When I go distribute them for any shit, no white blast. Anything where a work of that place, when I give kum pass, we can go wipe the place. Now wait, we don't tire the nonsense. So they say kidnap of 6 delegates in Dian division, blood-sucking Ambazonia, so-called IG claims responsibility, and the truth and the reality that. So they do actually get audio where Chris Anu is doing with James Botte of Voice of America, where it talks say yes, not them. They kidnap the 6 divisional delegates from Dian, and the very day we begin make that claim for that audio, they kill this guy, Mr. Johnson, where I don't really can broadcast about one. They kill him. Now one of the delegates in that way they kidnap him from Dian, they kill the man, and now the plans where they get him now for kill the remaining 5 after collecting a huge amount of ransom. So that is it. So, and then you get international action to end terrorism in the Northwest and Southwest. Thank you so much. Now, when I don't finally start calling them terrorism, it's about freaking time. Okay? It's an indicted amber arms importer in the US to expose hundreds of diaspora accomplices. Now, Mangang and Waters Muma and Tamu Foss and Michael, they talk about, say they go, excuse me, they go expose hundreds of diaspora accomplices. They don't get choice. They go expose them. They go enter into a plea bargain and they go expose them. That is the reality. It be certain. And they ask no person. So now when they arrest this fool for Nigeria, when I also understand it is so, they arrest him with guns. I'm not sure if face again. They arrest him with guns. And if we understand the political situation which will happen for Nigeria right now, in the so-called area where this no white they will call them say Biafra, they get a Biafra agitation again where it go on. So Buhari don't really tell them, say they could talk to them in the language they understand. Buhari don't tell them. And Twitter, I will bring down Buhari a tweet where be tweet them for tell them that thing. So as a result of that, the Nigerian government banned Twitter for the whole of Nigeria, banned the damn thing. Yes. That's it. Now Cameroon government where they work and make they work and make no. Why Cameroon, instead for Cameroon government for stop instead of Cameroon government for stop the internet in the northwest and the southwest region for that 1 year where they be doing for 2017, why didn't we just ban Twitter for the whole of Cameroon self? Now wait see, ban Twitter, ban them. The economic destruction where Twitter don't help for cause them in the Anglophone zone, compared to whatever economic productivity where we for lose them as a result of losing Twitter, you can't. It's incomparable. If you ban Twitter, if you just tell Facebook, say it's either you take these propagandists off of Facebook or we suspend Facebook for the whole of Cameroon. But this one goes right at the top. This one goes right at the level of ministers of Cameroon, where they give these internet service providers them the licenses for operate inside Cameroon, and also the foreign ministry of external relations. They were relaxed. See what the Buhari do? They take down your tweet, one tweet where President of Nigeria tweet one tweet where he put them. Twitter bring them down. The very next hour, Buhari talks about it. If I see Twitter inside Nigeria again, Mike, I hear some ISP, internet service provider, he allow Twitter, the IP address, make it function inside Nigeria. We suspend your license. That is it. As a result of that, all internet service providers for Nigeria, all ISPs, them, they block Twitter, IP address. As a result of that, no person not there for Nigeria where if you use Twitter now, unless you use VPN or any other technology for skirt around the ban. But then now, how many people them? My talk say even 10% of the population they start use a VPN now. It still means that the ban it be 90% effective. I will take 90% any day. It still be 90% effective. And right now, Twitter not fit grow. Twitter fit only grow for Africa and the Middle East and some parts of Asia. Twitter not fit grow anywhere else. So right now, in order for Twitter to continue for the growth, they need the African market. And Nigeria get the largest population for Africa. About 300 and something million people them. It means if only 10% of Nigerians they use Twitter, only 10%, it means that 38 million people than that, where they use their services them. That's a lot of power and influence. Buhari talks it, ban the damn thing. And the relaxation. Now what I tell you, I say, Paul Biya na Pope. President Paul Biya na Pope. Now the way Cameroon government be so relaxed about this Amber thing. Some of them they take them seriously. Some of them they see and say, now our brothers, they will no one kill them. Some of them they just I don't know how to explain, but the reality in the society, Cameroon government never ever fight Amber. They never even start. They never ever fight Amber. But for Nigeria right now, so with the Biafra insurrection and insecurity where they go on for Nigeria right now, so they catch you where they carry gun. No amount of bribe no will save you. We will see. But if they inside serious wahala, it could chop better Nigerian kumkum. Now where they don't pick it up for Nigeria, that is it. So much fire. So now the next segment, which I want to talk for now, my contribute them. Now this level of infighting where it go on in Amber world, and infighting when your enemy it get busy, they destroy yourself, then you feel relaxed. Maybe now one of the reasons that way Cameroon government it relax, and the military too, they relax them. Some kind of times then they just relax. You see some person you there for checkpoint for road in the Anglophone zone, and you know where you safety equipment, you know where you helmet, you know where your body armor, and then you just be you so carefree, so relaxed as though you there enough for your own day or you there enough for your parlor. No, believe it or not, Amber need to fight with now, yes, but you get something where Amber need them, and now one of the reasons that way every time where Amber succeed for kill one military. Wait to be the biggest thing where they talk about harvest. We now understand why Amber they find them extremely difficult for get weapon into Cameroon. We don't prove them with the indictments where we don't show as they indict them for America for smuggling firearms. They no fit buy guns for America. They ship them into Cameroon. It no be possible. And even if it be possible, they don't fit do them forever. They go catch them. And when they catch them, they go prison. Okay, so that window it be closed. Okay, now where else would they get guns from? First of all, they don't get ships, so they cannot come through the sea. And their only neighbor where they get them now either Cameroon or Nigeria. So they must go now for Nigeria to go buy the guns. Now the Nigerian militants them, the Biafran agitation, it go on now. They need the guns them for themselves. Because them too, the one start which way it happen for Cameroon with ambush, no white blast terrorism. It happened now for Nigeria again. Biafra agitation. It happened. Wait, they kill more people than for Nigeria right now as I speak than they die for Cameroon. Yes. Just like how time will be start for Cameroon for 2016, 2017, many people they don't even be aware. Many people, the way they live for a condo, they don't even know them. Say they kill some man for ndop. They don't even know them because it never been anything. It never been a news. Now until the killing it becomes rampant, and then social media start make plenty noise where it becomes a thing, and then they don't instill fear into people them, and then the reaction this way would get them today for 2016. It not be day like this, but the Nigeria don't start now this 2020. 2021, I mean, the agitation don't always be, but they don't start now for Nigeria. I tell when I say on the streets, just like how it will start for Cameroon, for Boya. It happened right now for Nigeria. People today on the streets with that half a yellow moon on a half a yellow sun a flag where Biafra and they get them and they march, and the Nigerian military they wipe them to wham. They don't really wipe hundreds. So the reality in Asaweti, there is a bigger crisis for Nigeria, not the Biafran crisis, where it still be unheard of, but it come. And now why that way? They ban Twitter. Buhari no waste time. Now President Paul Biya will not Pope where it dilly-dally with Amber. No, Buhari no get that time. It no waste time. It just tell them, say, we could talk to you in the language you understand. Twitter say what? It say what? Now when they rule the Federal Republic of Nigeria? No. I put a tweet out as the president of one of the most biggest powerful countries in the world. When I take him down? As who? So they banned the damn thing, they banned Twitter. For Nigeria, President Buhari say, shut the damn thing down. They shut them down. And then now Twitter can't begin beg Nigerian government to enter into negotiations. Yes, they get into big, serious negotiations now. Thank you, Susie Sparks. Don't join me. He said they watch with Aringwa and Sakoi Kome. Una match fair for the Sheram. So now what did that happen? So when I see the infighting, the confusion where it happened now in Amber should not wireless terrorists. The things that they own Facebook for 2016, 2017. By 2018, we assemble ourselves on Facebook. We defeat them. We take their Facebook pages them down. Now Usa the day, Usa Mark Barretta day, Usa Tapang, Usa even this guy Capo Daniel. We don't take down the accounts them. Usa even Yabacho. Where them they? We don't delete the accounts them. Okay, my computer. So I just want to show you some of the evidence, because when I know say countryman, it always come, it bring evidence for una, and it just can't talk empty mob. But before I want continue with this live broadcast now, where we don't day on for about 1 hour. I want to give una some small Cameroonianness, my computer them. Forgive una a reality check, Amber style. While I go take some small water can drink. Una listen.
And that is reality to many people. People really believe that we are fighting just for position. People really believe that in Ground Zero. People really believe, they have been convinced that the diaspora is also the problem. This is the reality that they have. People in Ground Zero really believe that Ayabacho is working for La Republique. Some people believe. It may be very surprised to my audience, because we'll get the most smartest people from Ambazona that they wash with. La Republique, they need to wash with, eh? When I know say they get more population, so if first way they attack La Republique, them they go always wash them plenty. But this is the reality. People listen to the devil himself, my country people of La Republique, more than they listen to some Ambazonian activists. This is the reality.
This is the reality, my country people then. This is a reality. Now, evidence that was shown how successful we don't be. For 2016, 2017, and the better part of 2018, they never get no counter. They never get no, they get a monopoly for Facebook. They be fit talk anything when they want to talk for Facebook, and it be there like gospel. And that is how they will be able for successfully radicalize a few thousands of our poorly educated youth, and they send them for bush with chaka from Kraidai guns them for go die. That's how they did it. Okay? But for 2018, 19, 20, 21, we don't assemble for Facebook, and we'll show now with evidence to the extent where themselves they can't confirm and for una say. we don't deal with them. Now listen to this.
Listen, whether or not you accept my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So you people do not bother yourselves about my country people. He cannot harm the revolution because he has zero credibility. Who's going to quote him? He has zero value in public opinion. I mean, in concrete public opinion, zero. Imagine that BBC wants to make a news item says that according to my country people, who is that? My country people is a comic relief session of the revolution. No, I'm asking you people, you think it's correct? Lesson number one, my country people, Dr. Wetty. Listen, whether or not you accept my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. Listen, whether or not you accept my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. Listen, whether or not you accept my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong.
Thank una plenty. Eric Tato, it don't make him it be abundantly clear for una about what way what Blacklegism it do for Amber, it destroy them, and they can't confirm code. Una wama play una any more evidence, say they are crying, they don't know how to combat what Blacklegism, say we destroy them in every way, shape, or form. On social media, on the ground, and that tell una before they want come to this realization, for can't talk them out openly live with their face and their pictures, and I mean they talk live for their own audience. Say, I mean, the other one, Gong Dog for China, is say witty, where real name na Ngong Emmanuel. Yes, his real name na Ngong. It in Hong Kong, okay? Gong Dog talks witty. It may be surprising to you. Well, it no talks is surprising because it no get a good grammatic. You know, get good command of English. It may be surprise to you. That's what it talk. That our people on the ground, they listen to the devil himself, my country people of La Republique, more than they listen to our activists. That is the reality. How did it come? Now, what's that way? It is surprised them. Say, how did it come to the extent where now them began monopoly for Facebook for 2016, 2017. They before talk anything, they do anything, and it became law. Now, one of the reasons that way they will go talk for Facebook say it is a law. They announce Ghost Town. Any idiot where it gets more data, it just go post for Facebook say Ghost Town today, and then they talk in a law. Then Amber boy the kakash na kill them say they so you disobey Ghost Town way. Maybe no first even see you the post. Where they, you know, maybe not even first know you say some shit. No why don't post on thing for Facebook say Ghost Town. But they talk saying a law of the land. I mean, that's what they talk for 2016. They cannot repeat that nonsense now for 2021 because we, the Blacklegism, will get Priscilla, Jacob, will get Joy Dada. We'll also get Hope, and a few other people that they did live that they watch we. And on the ground itself, we get what Cameroon military where they compromise the amber sheet, no white blast them every day. Yes, and countryman, it don't help. That day where Eric Tato they talk that thing say country people is a force to reckon with. When I know why they talk so, some person be asking that question, I answer them now. Say why? Okay, now wait this way Eric Tato be talk, and then it talks say we thank my country people. When I listen.
Lesson number one, my country people, Dr. Wetty. Listen, whether or not you accept my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So we got to be technical to what they do. So Ambazonians will thank my country people for the wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
Yes, my country people, may we go ahead. So some person ask me, say, countryman, why Eric Tato be talk say, we thank my country people for this wonderful job. May I explain for now. When I remember that video where we come out, where countryman, it be talk about the military operation where we get them from Muyuka, where we go compromise. I think that 2 camps from Muyuka. That time we will wipe OB, we'll wipe the other one then, and I don't forget the other one they be calling Sewity. Some noise maker will make noise for Muyuka. So now when a countryman it will run the intelligence in the background, will set up one against the other, and then they go wipe the fools them. Yes. Now wait that way countryman it do. So that way we put out that broadcast. That will put out that information. Say, I reveal, I'm saying that the operation, this will run them. Yes. So I give these guys more money. I talk to me, do this, no agree for do them. I set it up. The other guys, and then we'll get into, we'll go wipe the food, and we'll wipe them through them. Now, what did that ever happen? So now, Eric Tatobri talks, we thank my contributor for this wonderful job. He talks, he thank countryman for bringing that information, for publishing that information, so that it could teach the Amber them sense. Now, what that way Eric Tato mean? Say, it is thank countryman for Iwazuzu. Yes, Amber frustration. Thank you for that name. It been an OB and Wazuzu. Actually, it been at the operation where it wipe Wazuzu. Now, when a countryman, it be there in the background pulling the strings, giving the intel. I be enter inside the whole thing. When I remember Jasangji. So the impact where we cause them, it not only remain on Facebook, my contributor them. On the ground, it matters. Villagers, the day where they don't rise up against Amber because of what we will do on Facebook. Yes. It don't rise, it compromise Amber them. Not to talk about the one the way we we compromise them by inter when me at the job pick phone so I chat with agent chukuchuku, they go chuk. Yes. I chat with agent chukuchuku so things that happen, they go chuk. So the reality now, the reality, my contributor them, and I still come. I get this video where I get to come play on phone of Okan Nasri Clovis before we wrap up this live broadcast. I still get some video for can play phone, but I get I also get some other. I'll be there in the middle of something before I digress. I get can't tell about the infighting where they go on for Amber. But before one can talk about that infighting, I digress. I tell one about the importance of what we would do, and for this particular issue, for some of what contributors that thinks it is so, there is still an opportunity for de-radicalize some of these picking them and bring them out of the bush. No, now listen. No be all Amber boys then will go save them. No be all Amber terrorists the way they go come off a bush. Some of them they need for be killed. Yes. And someone the way they even talk about federation, someone they even talk about dialogue and negotiation. I don't care whatever una do. Ma tell una something. The truth na say these killings and all this madness where they go on now for Anglophone zone, it no go end today. Maybe we put them for a fixed call. We'll get at the very minimum 3 years of this killing. So una get used to it. To a certain extent, talk say, I go invest the next 3 years to fight these people them if we need to reduce them to only 2.5 years so that make it finish 6 months earlier. Good. But we get as in the violence where it go on. It no just will end like that. Because Amber, they never just start this thing just like that for 2016. No, they don't plan them. They don't nurse the seeds. Okay, for years and years and years, the radicalization, it never start just normally like that. It never just been as something where it happen by magic. No, it will take time, energy, organization for cause this much damage and radicalization and destruction where it happened in the Anglophone zone. It needed time. Effort. They organize themselves. They call themselves Amazonians. They do kind fundraising. They try all kind of way for destabilize the Anglophone zone. They enter inside every Jangi house. They check around. They talk na Amber. Any person who want talk, ping, you won't even bring any common sense. They threaten you. We get to use exactly all those strategies then. It will take them between 2016 till 2018 for this thing to reach a peak. More than 2.5 years. It could take me more than maybe 5 years. So from 2018, count 5 years again before the thing it could die. That is it. So because for start time, it no hard. For radicalize some people, I may go kill some person, it no hard. But for stop them, now that's where the problem lies. For stop them, it no easy. But we are doing a fantastic work. Fantastic job. So a lot of people, they don't be radicalized. And the easiest way for de-radicalize them, now to communicate with them. But a majority of the Amber boys where they still there for bush today, they no go ever drop their guns. And even if they give them the independence where they talk about today, that begin they no go still drop their guns. They don't go drop them. So now the only way, because they begin the day now like venomous snakes them. When I know say snake, like I know say some people are there for it, they talk say poisonous snake. No, now actually venomous, because the venom, now wait that way when snake bite you with that fangs, that una know that long teeth then no, where we call them say chuku chuku. Yes, when it chook you, una understand with that chuku chuku so it inject a venom inside you. Okay? So what sensitization now like the antidote. Now like the antidote where it cure what contribute them. Stop them from dying unnecessarily. So we choke them with antidote. Okay? So we inject them with antidote. So from today, all the blacklegs them, we are not only been a blacklegs them, but we are been a waiting. Now the conjectors. Because now when they inject we poorly educated villagers them with the sense where they need them to survive the terrorism and the radicalization. So we've been at the conjectors. When I type up a comment section for the section, blacklegs are the conjectors. Yes. I've been at the contractor and the conductor, but all the blacklegs are the conjectors. You carry small this thing, you go inject them with small antidote. You sensitize people them so that means they feel survive the venom of ambush, no white blast terrorism. They don't poison people their minds, destroy all counting them. We are the conjectors. All we. You go conject the village, your own village, you start conjecting from your own house, you conject from your woman, you conject to your picking them, to your papa, to your mommy for village. We are the conjectors. We take the knowledge, we go conject them. We now understand by sensitization. We are the conjectors. So now, if you want to bring that kind of venomous snake, una know like mboma or like python or viper. Now what's that amber the bee? You step on it toe. You don't even need to step on it toe. They just kick you randomly because they feel kill. If you want to bring that kind of venomous snake, and we know very well say, like some people they talk say this, so at the end of this thing, we will need to find way for live together. Okay? No way, no day where you feel live inside the same house with a python or a viper, unless you remove your fangs, you defang the snake for make sure say it no fit conject you with the venom. For kill you. So we need for remove those fangs. We need for disarm them. You need for make it be safe for those snakes for camp for house. Even people the way they keep snakes for house as pet. If the snake is being a venomous snake, they must defang the snake. You must disarm amber. So any person where it tell you, it talk to you about federation, any person where it talk to you about dialogue, about negotiation, or about anything, your number one question where you need to ask it back, and this one's supposed to be a reflex for you. The number one question where you get to ask it back as a reflex. Now say, how do you disarm the Amber Boys? How do you take away the guns from them? Make it start from there, because when people they talk about peace, people the way they always talk about peace, ask them say, now who take away our peace and how do you bring back the peace? Okay, now Amber Boy take away your peace. It take away the peace with guns. How do you take away the guns from them? How do you defang the snake? Even if they catch the snake, they put them for your front so they tie them, something tie them. They tell you, say, go move that fang for that snake in mop. How you go move the fang? You start by first conjecting yourself with anti-venom, with the antidote. Where that venomous snake you get them, so that even if not by mistake the venomous snake you fang it touch you, at least you be inoculated, you be protected. So the general masses and the population it been our target. When Eric Tato they talk for 2019, say my country people it not be relevant for their revolution or whatever nonsense, I laugh, because even for that 2019 my target as an individual, when I start this country people activism, I no be ever target the international community. Oh. Never. Even till today, no be number one target, no be number 10 target. Because this nonsense, this Anglophone madness, as we don't always tell an internal issue, a Cameroon issue where it get a Cameroon solution, as well as a Cameroon problem where it get a Cameroon solution. Okay? So they in their infinite stupidity, because for them, they be things they be talk they want for internationalize the Anglophone crisis and Ambazonia terrorism. They want to make it become an international problem, But I don't care. Even if it become an international problem, me, I not be minister of Cameroon. I don't get nothing for do Cameroon as far as their political games and whatever it be concerned. That one not my business. But my own thing where me I take them as my responsibility now conjunction. Now for educate my brothers and sisters them where they do on the ground. I talk to them, convince them of the reality where they go on, show them with evidence. They see the evidence for themselves and they make up their minds. And now what that we don't be so successful at with the de-radicalization, with the sensitization. And now why that we kapot that we can't tell una openly say for 2021, people them on the ground, they listen to Countryman Pass, they listen to Ayabacho, and whether you like them or not, the truth na say people them on the ground, they look at Ayabacho, say they only just fight for position. When they look at, and now I go back to that infighting now. So when I feel so when I tell una, when I give me 1 second, I'll work my magic with my device. So now why that way I be talk about that one, I will talk about the infighting where it go on in Amber World. Okay, so the infighting it play now to our advantage. So whenever we see our own enemy it fight amongst themselves, your job now for instigate more infighting. If you know say ADF it hate this thing, go do that thing where they hate them and then pretend for be IG. Create fake Facebook account as an IG person and then coach ADF. And then the ADF, they will see them, they take them, they coach this one, they coach that one, and then they continue to knock their heads around. Now, they are very stupid and dull. Now, a strength, that way we blacklegs will get them. The strength and stability. They say the people, they're dull. Now, their weakness, we turn them into our strength. They're dull, they're stupid. So we use our intellect, we use our sense. So when I see, they knock their heads together. See this one. They say it be stateless, whatever nonsense. They say to have no iota of shame is the worst curse you can have from Allah. They say, why have you not raised the fat bearded Efang who is unable to shoot a bird, but is guarded and protected by his colleagues in the B, and is specialist in killing civilians, raping and kidnapping? Stay clear of Film Marshal. No pity. Bloody contractors of La République du Cameroon. So now you get the IG. They recall ADF and Ayabacho said they be bloody contractors. They be contractors of La République du Cameroon. All man are contractor. Yes. So when I see the infighting is just so much. Now them post them. Capo Daniel, it make the poster say they talk say they don't make Film Marshal out of no pity. And then the guys from IG they say no. Why you not go make a fang where enough even shoot a bird, kingfisher, and then Ayabacho come up with their own. Now in that. So now the infighting is there inside them well. See, now the other one that. Now in that, this one now who talk him? This one now Amber Talker. Amber Talker talks about it. He say, if a father abandoned his legitimate son and gives his property to an outsider, it means the legitimate son is unfit, stupid, unreasonable. When I listen to the words where they use them for describe themselves, I show you the profile we write them. It say unfit, stupid, unreasonable. It describes on a Fang big number. And then it talks say, what is a Fang, the general of ADF, what a Fang, the general of ADF, is thinking after his own boss, Ayabacho, now it means Ayabacho. Ayabacho awarded no pity a fighter of the IG to the rank of Film Marshal and not him. So now when I see how they fight amongst themselves, so see, for saying now who will claim no pity, whether no pity being the IG, the other IG they drag it, say no, come for our side, and then ADF the other side they say no, he be ADF, and then you get situation where even no pity, so don't talk say IG never ever send in 1 franc. They talk war draft. They never ever send 1 franc for ye. The small few guns away, it get them say it take them from the military. Now why they don't take the military and say I'm bad to fight una? Yes. But when I get something where they want them, they come after Unana because of those guns them. They need the guns them for claim legitimacy on the ground. They need the guns them in order to go attack we, ordinary Anglophone Cameroonians, them, where they call them say blacklegs. They need the guns them in order to commit those terrorist atrocities them, kidnapping for ransoms and all those kind of things them. They need the guns them. And you have the guns. So they will come after you for the guns. That's it. My contributor. So when I march fire for the Sharam, when I join now when I march fire for the Sharam, but make Amber get heart attack.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa.
Hello, my countryman, Dragon King. You did live. You want to contribute?
Hello, my countryman, Dragon King.
Turn down your volume.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, countryman. Talk with the listen.
Yeah, calling from Canada, Mike.
Okay.
So, how far?
No, are they fine? Are they live? Talk while people they want to hear you.
All right. I just want thank you for a good job where you do, and for let country people know say I watch you with Manga and picking the daughter. So
I beg no put belly.
Somebody give a take care of Manga the doctor. They go prison, innit?
And that's so.
Yeah. Okay. One thing that way I want just mention I watched your last broadcast where we talk about eggs and omelette.
Yes.
Now we realize Amazonians they killed our people for create this awareness that people they die for Southwest and Northwest.
Yes.
So that they could come look at say people they die and they can hear what they fight for. Now why that as he say we the Blacklegs we don't realize it since now they are aimed at we go make sure say they go kill those people for nothing, because if person don't cook that omelette, we could come through Sansan inside, for chop them.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And as you get a strategy, we get the roadmap, you be to draw them out, say, three things. We stop their finance, we divide them.
Yes.
That's simple as that. Now we don't see how all Amazonians they kick against how they call it the Bonga man.
Akwanga.
Yeah. All of them, the ones say about but we never hear none of them talk how we take it for killing. Yet, but they call it black leg.
Mm-hmm.
None of them never talk say they go kill Ebenezer yet.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, we don't hear how they kill these girls because they follow military, they say they be black leg.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Tata will come, say me they kill it. How they call this Capo Daniel will come, the key girl, because he follow military. Eric Tata said we talk how we talk for your show, say they go kill people the way they go kill people, but they will come for
America can match.
America can't contest, can't protest, yeah. Now, what's the question there now? It means they no fit kill black legs for Saudi day, but they send people may they kill black legs for what villages
yes.
and what cities. We been say they themselves they fear. How many black legs they don't kill them
for America?
America.
Good question.
No one yet. All we don't know say Ebenezer Akangwa and a black leg.
Yes.
Yet none of them never talk say may they go catch it, kill it.
Okay, sorry, might just interject small, might just interrupt you. First of all, my country people them, the person where they on the line right now where they talk to una know ye na Dragon King, now one of the biggest black leg them, especially for Twitter. It did match fire for Twitter seriously with black legging, and even for Facebook and for WhatsApp, it did everywhere you go. So now some of the people in this way, they in the background as well, they do a lot of damage for Amber to the extent where sometimes them Amber they confuse say na me. So now, wait the way it talk about, it talk say, for example, Eric Tato, he knows Sakoi house, no be so. And Eric Tato talk say, if you put President Paul Biya and you put Sako Ekome, it go finish Sako first and then deal with Paul Biya later on. Mark Barretta talk exactly the same thing. And all of them, they don't realize I'm saying this, so their own amber, a West Pass Cameroon government, they don't call each other black leg. Akwanga then only for Maryland Day. The same state where El Tato Day for day. The same with Sako Ekome. The same with Chris Anu. The same, I mean, even Yannick Sikor, they didn't have for California, but they know their address. They call them, say they be black legs. But for Cameroon, they can't kill you. If they even suspect, say you be black leg, no be so. So why El Tato, he never go meet up Sako, he put the bullet where be talk for your head. Say if you give Paul beer, or if they wait, maybe they can't put them two together before he kills Sako.
Now, the roughing is proof for people say, not only for down there, they kill people. And now why that they kill people anyhow, because they feel say they go get away with it.
Yes.
Now, but you know, Amazonians, they get some their stupid ideology. They feel say, more they can say, okay, more go assume say they go become they will give them independence. According to them, they feel say they go just land for Boya.
Yes.
Or just they sing national anthem, they start build animal, they make a funk general thing, they start waka. They feel say their crime go swept under the carpet. That's so they feel for some reason. That's why, according to them, if they don't say if they don't get independence, they're finished.
Yes.
We say that.
Eric Tato don't talk him once. I go find the video, can't play for now. It talks say this independence is my life. Without it, I am finished. You remember?
Yeah. So according to them, when they get independence, no man no go see their crimes, which is a fat lie. Because the first day here, and for make sure say each of them go pay for their crimes when they commit them.
Besides, what about the things that the victims they know they?
Voila. The victims will follow them.
Yes.
Yeah. So other things I want to mention for you. Capo Daniel be post some video for some girl, I think that for Dimbe, right?
Yes, I remember that video.
Yeah. Now, it shocked me for that video. And I say, those Amber boys, they follow that girl, see where they go, come back. So they get evidence say she follow military. But what it shocked me, I say, they catch the girl.
They don't catch the military.
Now, they know where the military is. They don't catch the military, but they're the military say, you're not supposed to follow these girls. And do you know how many girls Amber do kill? Especially ADF.
I know if you even count them. It's so heartbreaking.
These girls, na Anglophone. You know? So, I really wonder what the Amazonians they fight for. But unfortunately for them, Chukuchukude,
exactly.
Cross for Sawe the Wango. We will put a lot of broken bottles, a lot of nails, thorns everywhere.
Inside the omelette.
You will never get to that destination. And that omelette where they fry will pour acid inside. As simple as that.
Now so.
So the message I want just pass on for them. If they kill people or get independence, may they not say they will kill that people for nothing.
Yes.
Because they will not get the independence as long as we did.
Yes. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that contribution, my countryman. I want to play this Okan Nasri Clovis video where it be Duam earlier today, and then we'll wrap up the live broadcast. So thank you so much. Or you get some last word for contribute.
No, just not for much fire.
Thank you so much.
I want me Asu Lucas. I think another with him. Make you find me. Give me a bit black leg. Yes.
No, you know say we'll get Ambazonia FBI. No, they listen to your voice now and they do voice analysis.
Voila. So Asu Lucas, he know me. I did Canada with him.
Yes.
If you want, I go protest from American embassy or for whatsoever about manga. Say I don't want me to lock manga because if you can meet up before the they don't abandon manga, so I get for I go for show consent.
Okay.
I'm in-law. Okay, take care.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye, countryman. Dragon King, my country people. When I give to Dragon King, it don't play a very massive role for this Blacklegism. Sorry, say the audio, it be the cut at certain parts for the live broadcast. Sorry about that one, but we match fire at that. So I want to bring for now this video where Clovis it be make earlier today. I want to play for now this one a direct message where it is sent to the elites of Libya, my country people them. When I listen to Okan Nasri Clovis.
This one go for Elixem.
From Diane.
The Elixem from Kumbe Balondo. Masore Kita Loe Funge. Ekono Titi. Bafakabalo and Jima Mokonodora. Eribayange. My people. Ngoro. My people. What should they do? Our Elixem. Why don't you grab on hand and look when I suffer every day they go down? It's a disgrace. So get Elixem get better position there for inside town. Big like we have governor, senator, minister, do what should they do? What are you guys doing? The time don't reach for we for widely picking them off. This guy a high assassin. You're not fixing anybody will drop their gun. No, that time don't pass. But we no one drop and will drop it. We are out for we are ready. We the beginning when the escort of the center, they don't talk say, they don't tire. They want to go back for their places there. And they be prepared for fight back. For destroy any people no one who drop the gun. So our elites always that people need them on support. Una concern, una love. Most of una never back the sponsor the boy there for day. Una yet to tell people talk. It's a negotiation for that money will pass na for hand. It means it gets to particular people them when they send them they go work that work. Una listen audio and understand. There are most of our elites inside Zian where they pretend they love their people. They don't love una. The time don't reach to fight for your people. So when they call me say, Chloe, we'll do na you don't battle, that, Chloe, you know, let me tell you people, me I tell you something. I never be government official. I never work for government, I don't get power, I never be minister. I never be commissioner, I never be colonel for army. Where I think take some small risks, I do something there for my own way. I'm just a young man with so much courage and love for his people. That's only me. I will never sit down and support evil. Never. Never. I don't think my Bible they die every day, they suffer. They tell my rabbi, no. Don't when they go out the country for government, say, may light come for a condo. May something they didn't get small light, may they get things them, and I go kidnap them. May not they suffer. For how many years? No independent. People they die every day. They never take no one junction. The day for inside bush, they only kidnap people. They keep people about them every day, they meet them every day. Do bad things and they fight for independence. Say you don't want session and start struggle. People don't say they say, I'm not going to exit petit frère, you go die, go. You be expendable, you be fool. You be dull, petit frère. Now pressure say for you. When I say that for you, it is too much. We, the beginning of Ontian, our papa them go up, Elixem. The beginning of Ontian, they don't talk say, we want make CDC promote all things start. We will be prepared for make a make start. Any man no one drop and will drop it. We are prepared. Please, our elites, people should give us the support. See that crew. When I call for Bamo talk, say they don't do for back. People don't understand. They see result for ground. We don't talk now. What you talk about media? That's the reality. Please, our elites, we are prepared to fight back. All the people there for Zion division, they don't talk say. They don't even write in a letter of appeal. When I elites, when I not very well talk to them, you don't over this on level where you text me over, and if you come for like to talk about. People don't write letters. So all the eggs for President Jan, they are not doing anything. They wrap their hand. They look at. When I say more do na, people they make them. We take over. No fit drop the gun go at speaking. We don't struggle. We are not very well inside Jan. How many people don't go go right with them to go carry them over? We don't say most of the things that help we, but please our elites. We need for someone to come together. Now we talk our more. Now we can't show me to talk. No, we need action. We are prepared. Me, I've been prepared to go for down.
Action.
Me, I've been prepared to go for ground. Anytime, any day. I don't care. But people must be free.
From Amazonian terrorism.
Man, we not drop, we drop it.
Yes.
End of discussion.
Yes.
It is too much. It is too much. Our elites, please. Please, our elites. You know, we don't turn our back on our people. We be full we, we fair we. 2016, we begin to go enter for bush. Most of them are glad because I use them make money. But our people, they suffer. People that were called to subdivision as a whole. The end of the economy, what do they do? The end of Kida, what do they do? Early there for Kumebalon, what do they do? What you don't do to protect your people? I want to ask you today, like an early when you watch me now, and enter to watch me. Ask yourself a question, say, what have you done for your people? Like individual. You get the influence, you get the power to change your mind. If you talk for them, they vote for you. If you talk for them, that way the camp, when I look at very well the exam, before the amateur, the one camp of village, with the put power from last time, so they for last time. With the dance, na dance, wait, so the dance, with the dance, for some are there today. All I don't enter for share, when I run, go waiting, when I don't use about make una money. That's the truth. Una know, Papa them. Una the one kind of honor like God, like Jesus Christ. Una the one can pay with visit, power from because which one tradition as well to put power from for road, yellow power from is a sign of peace and love and respect. It means that man like semi God for now. But our elites them. For some all that love that people be shown now. For the beginning, for the one they will pray today. And as the time you come for village, they honor you like God. They honor you like Jesus Christ. Over the campaign, you say, Mommy, they cook small chop. Can't find where Papa take and chop. Papa can take cook small equang. Upa konjitom na equang berembi. Uko they cook equang. Do want the cook. They worship you like God. So then they can't pack your motor. Small petit for the God can worship for you free of charge. Why would I neglect your people? Don't only for Nzani, they go for all the end for the whole southwest and northwest. Nkambe, not there for Anglophone. Wait if you talk, that they be a land that they can't normally see. Because the eggs don't stand up, at least for the work with the ex-combatant them. We say make peace camp, hand in glove, the civilian on ground. They get in contact relationship, the time don't reach for our head, they woke up for sleep. But we forget the communication on ground with our people. The army of Una. Una begin already drop the gun. Una even be happy say, Una get some people that they contribute because they black leg. For even talk small people they come out for bush today, when they have on their own disposal. For talk to them, they give Una what you get out of their mind for help Una. We need Una support. The elites, your people need Una. Why Una don't turn Una back for Una people? Yaoundé not in your country, not in your village, but you're in your country. You be Cameroonian, but you be Yaoundé man. Think that one for your head, Una not get a sense when I head now waiting. You be Anglophone. Balondo man a lion. Yeah, Ayanifo, we want to will be lion. Why Balondo man get to go bill and say if you don't turn a chicken? That would down Madame for road. Mogongo the common a lion. Balondo man talk. He holla away. You see how much don't quiet. First idea. And no way for people enjoy like a lion people. Where that lion there in we. We don't turn the hard level lion a chicken. The time don't reach for our people to stand up. For support we, I go for inside a condo. I did for a condo for 1 week. I get many things in. When I talk to the people, they want to be free with me. And work and go show back. So I'm going to chop popcorn, we'll chop this or fry gari, story. Go for all part and all parts of my story with them. They get to the way they tell me. I know their pain. Because I deal with them because of their pity. But they come today for tell our elders and say, when they sleep, when people die every day. Even they kill all my people, I want to ask you early when you watch me today. You be minister, you be this that for Anglophone zone. You be dealing, you be minister, you be colonel, you be this that. When they kill all man today for that whole village, you can't salon, you'll be chief again for who? Why we would not show? Why we would they show? When someone can talk, when I talk, say don't talk. This is a wake-up call for all our elites there. For the Anglophone zone, I'm a high assassin. Let me tell you, no matter say don't pay Amma today, may go kill a man. They will see pay for Amma, but you may kill you tomorrow. That is the game.
Thank you, plenty, my contributor. Thank you, Okanda Siri Clovis. We'll go wrap up the live broadcast very soon. But before we go, Now listen.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa. We the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror. And your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
Before we play our Cameroon national anthem, I want to appreciate every single person where you don't share for this live broadcast today. It be very important for now for share, because now so we take them for do the vital job of conjunction, because we be now all conjectors. Okay, we inject what contribute them with the antidote for stop them from consuming this venom, this poison of amber sheet no white blast terrorism, will affect the way they think, the reason, and the process information. And as a result of that, we don't successfully de-radicalize hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Anglophones, and we they on an exponential curve would continue to rise. Okay, so we they here for win, and we are winning fatly. My contribute them. I want to thank all the people the way they don't attend this live broadcast, even the one the way they come after, we don't record them. Make sure say you go start them from the beginning, and then you watch them all the way here, because we don't discuss some vital and very important things in the past 1 hour and about 42 minutes. My contribute them, or about 39 or so minutes. So we'll get Tanto Goldberg. This is MKPD Jr. I like your rage. Tapang Nicholas say Cameroon a very slow country, and man, it's a country any man define you own now for chop. I pray they rise up for end this madness. Amber Odeshi talks that all elites are Amber supporters. Not exactly true. I beg to differ with you, Amber Odeshi. Not all. You get some ones the way, even some ones the way now Amber supporters, or they be Amber supporters, but they no be get choice. They be support Amber because they literally no be get choice. For example, if your whole life investment is there for some village, and they shit no white blast, they talk so they can't burn them, make you give them 500,000, or make you give them 5 million or whatever. You go beg them with 500,000 if they ask for 5 million. Tell them so no, my picking them. Times are hard. As we go on, we will continue for the support the struggle. Not necessarily say they be actually want for Duam. Yes, wait, they don't do that. Wait, they don't sponsor terrorism for Cameroon. It's understandable. They do that, and it's wrong, and it's a crime. But then again, on the flip side, if they never give the money and they go burn their house, at the same time, no one, the amber, they could just move on to the next target, to the next victim, and the next victim, and the next victim. And unless the community is stand up as one, they go after the picking them, and which is not an easy feat. It's not something that is easy to achieve, because all we would day here, we run our mouth on Facebook like me, I demi for diaspora, as I always tell when I enjoy my life for UK. I know exactly why I talk so, because I know say many of when I day on the ground, when I know fit talk the way me I talk. So now one of the reasons the way I take them upon myself for be the voice of the voiceless, for talk to people them like Treasure, for talk for people them their behalf, like the Tumasang woman where they kill them from Muyuka, even Lydia where they kill them too from Muyuka, even all these small picking where they did for Cartier, where they rape them, they terrorize them, they burn down their schools, they don't go for school. You need person way, if you stand at a safe distance, and if you talk exactly which way the population in need for here. So sometimes they will countermand, it use very harsh language, it cost people them and all those things them. There's a reason why we do that. And at certain times we need for radicalize people them for do the right thing. Leadership is not easy. Leadership means it means say you're there for position where you get for convince other people them for follow your own plan where you put them, because human beings them by nature, they get their own brains, they get their own directions where they want to go, they get their own ambitions and everything. And as a leader, a person where it just come, and then now for can casual all people the way they get different aspirations, different age group, different gender, to come up from different cultures, different ways of doing things, and then bring all them together for go towards one direction. It's not easy, my country people them. And I want to congratulate every single person where it don't play a vital role in the past 2.5, almost 3 years, where we don't do this Blacklegism for marshal and for focus this Blacklegism in the direction way we go towards. Now, one of the things in that way, Amber the wish they forfeit emulate them for we blacklegs and conjectures. Because wait, where we do now, we not get infighting amongst we. We know the share girlfriend where we woke up start the quarrel on top. Okay, we not even do fundraising. But we organize ourselves, even though we be anonymous. We organize ourselves to come together and we work towards the same goal. Well, and one of the reasons why we will be successful now, because which way would it do? It be genuine. It be from the heart. It comes from, besides a good intention, it give the positive and good results. We they here now for literally save human beings, their lives and property. We they here now for help educate people, then for improve their standards of living their lives, and for literally save a country. So what way would it do? It not just be genuine, it be needed. It be something where it be vitally needed. This sensitization would help so many people them in so many ways. Forget about the activism when I see them for Facebook, even the concumization where they happen on the ground. You get situations where individuals they don't come to countermand, they say life need to go. I get situations where some people they be trapped between a rock and a hard place, and they no be get no other person for turn to. No mean that countermand no be charity, countermand no get budget, countermand no get office, but in my small capacity, which when me I be doing, I say I message 1 or 2 people them, and they help the person. Me, I don't personally send 5,000 francs for some person, because it be ask me, it be literally tell me, say, countryman, I need 5,000 francs, and if I don't get the 5,000 francs, I will be dead by morning time. So and luckily for ye, I get person for Cameroon where I video call ye. I talk say transfer 5,000 francs from your mobile money, send out to this number. It talks say why. I say just do it. It transfer the money, and I be take him out of trust. Say okay, I believe this guy. The story where they tell me after all, wait to be 5,000 francs. So they transfer the guy the 5,000 francs, and then 2-3 days later, I not hear from me. It disappear, and then after that, it resurface. It tell me say countryman I did Douala. I literally want to sincerely thank you. Say you don't save my life, because the 5,000 francs maybe they ask me now transport for come out from Bali, run, go for Douala. Amber boys they become for your house. Time where Amber be Amber now 2018, 2019, early 2019 this. Now time that people they be still fear Amber, and people they be get every right for fear Amber. They be vicious. Almost every person for the Anglophone zone be Amber. So if they will call you black leg, your name na die. Me una no underestimate the achievements where we don't make them to the extent where for 2021 now, Amber they call you catch the full pass booking go you. They call you for phone or even see them for road self caution pass booking go you, because Amber na noise. Now we don't reduce them to that level. Okay, for 2019, early 2019, 2018, Amber be been away to where no single Anglophone no day could tell me say nobody fear your life. Okay, nobody fear for your life. So the peripheral talk say Usa will be there. Basically, it no be get no possessions, no personal belongings. It be come off for your house. It go whether not for school or not for park or not for Usa will be go. And as it day out, they call you, tell you say make it no come back for house. Say those boys, as they be called them that time, those boys they don't come for house, can't find you. They talk say the year say you be black leg. And truth be told, the guy be being a black leg. One of the only few black leg way it be even there around not the whole of Northwest of that time. Okay, so so now they tell you say if you wise may not even pass you again, and some of the people the way they will report on you, unfortunately they be being our neighbors. So if they not say in their house, they will call up in them, and in that state of utter fear for your life, it be petrified. What did he do? What can he do? He said the money I get from my skin now, my countryman, now 1,000 francs. I get just enough money for go reach Bamenda and maybe buy some pawpaw for road. But when I reach for Bamenda, I need transport. I say now how much? It's a 4-5. For come out for Bamenda, go reach for Douala and then pay small taxi and whatnot. Go stay for some extended family members then. Now what's it that way? It be need the 5,000 francs for just transport for come out of Bamenda for save your life. And as I send you the 5,000 so the life saver that he paid the transport, he go to Douala. And I think I don't lost contact with you because I know be saving number for the way I feel remember I get close to 6,000 contacts from names that I don't save them for my contacts. It's not an easy feat for remember. I literally remember like 10 or 15 contacts from my phone where I don't save them, where they call me or they message me. I feel no say yes, this person like this, like Dragon King, Susie Sparks, the important ones, the divisional officer over here, you know, mayors, 1 or 2 mayors, some important ministers and whatnot, things the way they be important. Okay, the rest of people that are the same, I'm not coded. If I show now my telephone book, I save them in codes, so that not only me I feel understand. So when I look at my phone, when I see the numbers the way they did for my phone and whatnot, I save them for the way. Not only me I feel understand the list, but I need to save people their names and stuff like that for obvious reasons, security reasons as well. So my contributor them, we don't talk for a while, and my battery it don't run low. I never even plan for day live this long, but I just say I just want to explain that small story for now. My battery don't get to 4%. I don't just plug in the I always forget me for put. I get a power bank where I always forget me for connect them until the phone start indicate say I get low battery before I remember. So my computer I might put small juice to the device as well to that. So that one 63, the other one we don't reach 4%. So my contribute them. So that's what it is. That's life. So we don't destroy ambassador terrorism to the extent where we take them for granted today. Wait where we don't achieve and some we will not fit even quantify them. We not fit even if we go back, we not fit even believe say we will achieve this much by this time for this short period of time without funding, without the kind of organization where Amber they get them, without the same kind of support where they get them. We just do our thing. We help each other, okay, with conjunction, okay. Wait where if needs be, we should run down. We should run down. We make tutorials them. And help each other how to create fake Facebook account and all those things the way we would do, you know, they help a lot. All those things the way we would do, they help for how to create fake Facebook account. We mentor each other, we coach each other, we stay together as a collective. We not get no infighting. We not compete with each other for attention or whatever. If Countryman post something, what an countryman thing or whatever, Susie Sparks it take and post them, Dragon King it take and post them. All we there in unison, we sing the same song from the same hymn book, and with the march fire they go for before because what way we do, we know our target, and all eyes the day set right on the target, on the goal. We never move our eyes off the goal. We day from the very first day where we start the Blacklegism, where Dragon King start them, where Susie Sparks, where all the other people that they were Tanto Goldberg and the rest, we don't always know exactly which way we want, and we don't always focus on the goal, and we don't always go for the goal where it is ahead of us. We never ever quarrel about money, quarrel about girlfriend, quarrel about say this person don't take my thing or whatever. Any person people the day they message me say, "Countryman, you get this video?" I say yes. Now in this again, me too. Sometimes the day I say, "Oh, Dragon King, you remember this video we make?" And so he said yes. I said, please send it for me. It's send it for me. I tell you, I want to do live broadcast about this and that. It's send it for me. We know they argue. We collaborate in the background and in the foreground and in every way possible. If Susie Sparks a post on team, me I get plenty fake Facebook accounts and plenty to the way I get ledger. Where I dey write them down, because if I not write, I don't remember passwords for someone them. I get American number them, UK number them, SIM cards them. Every time I go, I see SIM card, I dey buy them because I dey use the SIM cards for create fake Facebook account them. Every time where I create the fake Facebook account, I dey write down the telephone number where I use them for create them, the date where I create the fake Facebook account, the date of birth for the person where for the account where I put them down, the name for the Facebook account, the password for the Facebook account, and then if I use the number for use them for WhatsApp, where they use them for infiltrate the ambush, no why that groups them, and write down the WhatsApp number as well. Say this WhatsApp number I use them for this group, whatever. Because I get plenty phones in my computer. I get, for example, I get that phone, okay. I get that one, this one, okay, and then I get this other one where when I say and so, when I say I know, and then I get this phone again. Now how many phones in that way when I see them on our screens right now? So now how many phones in that? Now one person, okay. Now the fight that way with the fight. Not to talk of this other phone, and then not to talk about the one way I use them right now for record this live broadcast, and then not to talk about this tablet, and then not to talk about the laptop, okay, where they use them for design things them like this kind of flyer and other things with the match fire for Blacklegism in the background. Okay, my country people them. So sometimes the way I can't do a live broadcast Not just for the blacklegs them, the hardcore blacklegs them, with the talk will be very raw, will be very radicalized. Yes, sometimes the way I be very insulting. My language it differ depending on the audience and the target where me I want to talk to. Okay, so me when I don't feel too offended because of some language where contribute they use and sometimes them I know why they use them. Now we also see and say this, so the strategies where we don't put them forth for the past 2.5 years and whatnot, they be effective. If they not be effective, I'm bad and said no can confirm code for now. Because when they go back down to their shit, no why blast them on the ground. The Amber boys them on the ground, they repeat to them. When Sako talk to them or Christian or Tapang, they repeat to them what way country people don't tell them. Now because they listen and they don't get choice. We don't tell one. You cannot ignore countryman. Try for ignore countryman. That one is your business. But you don't go succeed. You no fit ignore country people. Because what way would you do it be genuine and we be at the chukuchuku. You know ignore chukuchuku, especially because when the chukuchuku they chuk you for who's way, you know, we been at the conjectors. We know they just chuk they inject knowledge, information. And if it bad how we cannot inject, we kumkumize. Now so I mean conject. So now what's that we talk about? The live broadcast it don't already approach 2 hours, but that's fine. We will talk all day, and tomorrow, if Nawami Countryman can talk tomorrow as well, we can talk. We'll get plenty things, plenty Tory for Tory. So we'll mash fire for that one. My country people we'll play our Kumkum anthem, we'll wrap them up, and then I will download this video and then upload them. I will download them from Facebook, upload them to YouTube for the people the way they no get Facebook accounts, because some of our country people they no get Facebook accounts and they never yet know how to use or manipulate Facebook, and some people they shy away from Facebook because of the fact of because of privacy and stuff like that, and because of lack of understanding how the platform for Facebook it works. So a lot of people they still shy away, especially some of our country people then where they be above 50 years old. So it'd be important say we download the video from Facebook and then re-upload them for YouTube, because a lot of them they follow we. So every time when I see Countryman a post something for Facebook, when I see the number of views them, my target where I don't always tell when I say I only want na 1,000 views and I'm satisfied and I meet my target. 1,000 views is more than enough. So all the black legs them, if you get just 100 views, if you impact just 100 people them from your post where you post them, you are doing fantastically well. And I go come tomorrow if I can't tell you how important that one it be. Tomorrow at exactly the same time we'll get a rendezvous. If we not see Countryman for Cameroonian Nest Facebook page, we go see Countryman for a better Cameroon Facebook page. Okay, my country people them. And as I be tell you last time, when I make sure say when I clone every single Amber Sheet No Wife Last a page. Okay, my country people, when I clone them all, when I make sure say every single Amber Sheet No Wife Last a page, will clone them. So any shit no wife last like this full way it there for you, Amber Sheet No Wife Last way they watch and they try for coach people them or whatever, ban, block, delete the full. Case goes nowhere, and that's so we do. We know the dilly dally with Amber Sheet No Wife Last. We need to negotiate with them. We need to dialogue with them. We just ban the fool, and then we'll mash fire. We'll play Cameroon national anthem, and then we'll end the live broadcast here. I hope say when I don't learn one thing, at least when I enjoy, even if not just the entertainment factor of it. Because believe it or not, some people the day here they talk say Countryman you funny, as if I've been an entertainer. No, it may be entertaining to some people, which is fantastic. It just means they will get an added extra dynamic to what we would do. A little bit of entertainment is no bad. It's fantastic. But the kumkumization of Amber Boys must continue. The conjunction of our country people them with the knowledge and sensitization is vital for end Ambazonia terrorism. Thank Una. All the people the way they don't share, all the people the way they still get for can't watch them and then share them later on, all the people the way they go watch them for YouTube. Also, make sure say you leave your comment as well. No forget say for also comment for YouTube. I read them, but most importantly, you share. And the fun is on Facebook, because we love the way we would interact with the jail, with Contractor Blackleg, Joy Dada, Susie's Bags, and the rest is fantastic. We are brothers, and we get a brotherhood of Blacklegs, and I contribute with them.